Okay, we're gonna try this video again. I had already started this skirt and then my machine went a little crazy on me, and so we're gonna start over. To start with your rolled hem foot, this is a 1/2 inch rolled hem foot, so when it's all said and done, you have a 1/2 inch and then it rolls it again, another 1/2 inch, and stitches just a beautiful line, nice and straight. So to start out with, you get your fabric in there, going over the first part right there. And then once you have that in there, grabbing the front and the back here and making sure that it's, got your roll right there. Wiggle and roll. And I'm gonna bring it back to where I was just at here, over my presser foot. Now, depending on where your needle position is, right now mine's at 2.0 and it's sewing fairly close. Now you can maybe put it at a 1.5 or even a 1, bringing it over to the left and sewing right up next to that edge. That's a little riskier in case your fabric doesn't feed through evenly. You might end up sewing on your fabric and not your fold. So when you're sewing, you want to make sure that this is about a little over a 1/2 inch and then flip it back over again. I like it to be a little bit more. That way when it feeds through right here, it does make it a 1/2 inch. If it's less, you risk the chance of sewing on your fabric and not your fold. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pick up where I left off here. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I go over the seams to have a nice, so it doesn't distort the hem at all, because there is a lot of bulk going through this little area. And I'm also going to show you how I finish this off. I am sewing a skirt that's already been sewn on the side, so it's a circle. You keep sewing all the way to where you started, your foot will get sewn in, and you don't want to do that. I noticed there was a question on my last video, so I wanted to address that. The first time I did it, I was really upset, and I knew it was going to do that, but I found a new way. I don't know if there is a real technical way of doing it. I'm just going to show you the way that I do it. Okay, we're almost to our seam here. Okay, so just keep folding. When you get to your seam, you don't want to stop completely, so if you need to adjust and get everything all nice and comfortable, do that right about, like, here's my seam. You want to do it right about here. Make sure everything's where you want it. Have your a little bit over 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. And I like to just kind of hold this part and this, and I like to go slow, but do not stop when you're on the seam. And you only use this hand to pull if your feed dogs are not pulling it through all the way. Just try not to stop on the seam. I think that's what distorts it for most. Like there, I just gave it a little tug just to kind of pull over there. Now we're over the seam and it's perfectly straight and nice and pretty. Now we're almost back to where I started. And you want to stop about 8 inches before where you started. So, I don't know if you can see on the camera where I started is right here. Oh, almost on the camera. There, and that's where I started. So with your needle down, raise your presser foot. And you just want to undo all this, all the fold that's in there. Get it out of there. That's why you want your needle down, because you don't want to pull it all away. Put it underneath your presser foot, and you're just going to act like it's your regular one, because you're so close that it just keeps that fold automatically there. So go ahead and lower. And then when I get there, I'm going to do a little back stitch, and there you have it. Now you can see, nice beautiful hem.